Yes, I see that. How are you?
Oh, I keep seeing crazy things on the internet and can't help but talk about them, especially when they're electrical.
Yeah, yeah. No, I see a ton of bad advice
Dude,
on YouTube in particular.
they ought to make it a code. Thou shall not use an impact in a panel.
Uh, the panel probably says that somewhere on it,
Why,
doesn't it?
why, why does that even need to be said? How did
You
we get here?
know, uh, because people do what's easy instead of what's right.
Yeah,
What's up, Sharush?
yeah. How's the audio, by the way? Pretty
Sounded
coming
good.
in pretty clear.
Sounds
Awesome,
great.
awesome. What's up, Sarush? What's going on? Yeah, dude. And then YouTube had the nerve to recommend me another video from those assholes. So I'm watching it and I'm like, well, what else? Like, surely, whatever. It's some dude's dad, and he's like, I guess he's teaching him. Maybe they're skits. I thought they were trolling at first. That's how bad it was. I was like, oh, okay. They're just joking. And they're not, dude. The dude stapling Romex to underneath floor joists. And you can't how your AC come out. Oh, AC turned out good. Appreciate it. We ended up I made some custom foam inserts, and then I also was able to take some of that flashing and I put
Hmm.
that over the top of the foam, and then I
Mm.
closed the outer window because there's two different windows. There's like a little glass pane, and then there's the full-on interior pane. And I was able to put the flashing to where the exterior pane goes in front of it, and then the flashing keeps all the water completely off. It turned out really good. It could have turned out bad, but we got lucky because reasons.
Well, try this. Snap-on versus the Milwaukee M12,
Okay.
right? Showing that the M12 actually carries more power speed too than does the Snap-on, even though there's quite a voltage difference. So
Right.
this is the guy's comment. It's a hammer drill, LOL. Why didn't you set Snap-on to hammer mode? Because it would have sank, not sunk, sank it. I'm all in for embarrassing Snap-on, but damn. Now, see, this person is mildly, and I don't mean mildly, I mean majorly mentally handicapped.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Tech just got to get a separate Wi-Fi for his garage. Is it slow in here?
No, looks good to me.
Oh, okay. Um, I've got a separate Wi-Fi. Actually, I'm in the studio right now, so this is technically part of the garage. I mean, if this wall wasn't here, a car would be parked right here. Whoever did this addition did a fairly good job. It's fully AC'd in here, so ready for the summer. Uh, what's up, Nick? Good luck with that name, sir. Um, yeah,
Yeah, that looks
yeah.
stupid.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sarush.
That was just dumb. So here's how I responded to the guy. Since you guys are here, we're going to do it real time. I responded with starting it out by "You're a mental midget.
Ha,
You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Go sit down, remain silent, and let the men handle the tools."
dang. Well, hopefully, hopefully he does that.
I
You know what
doubt
I
he
just
has the
realized?
intelligence. What?
This thing is powered by my phone. I can take this thing wherever I want to. So if
Oh,
I bolted
sweet.
this to my phone,
It's probably going
um,
to drain the battery
switch.
faster.
Yeah, yeah, but it's completely attached to my phone. So this
All
is
right.
high quality audio.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of high quality, Guess what I've got sitting in my garage?
Uh, did you get your mower?
I got a tank.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's sitting there right there. It's all looking beautiful in the
How
box. Yeah.
how big is it?
Uh, let's see.
Oh my God, you have to build it.
Of course.
Oh, dude.
I'm looking forward to it though.
Are you gonna build it on a live stream?
Hell no. What are you kidding me?
Oh, dude, that's a kick in the teeth right there, having to build
I
that
got
thing.
a robot tank mower.
It is a robot tank mower. That's pretty dope.
Oh yes. I like FedEx dropped it off, and I was out there before they got out of the driveway.
What's
And I
up,
was like, "Heck yeah."
Lexus Garcia? What's going on?
What about Bubba Bates? You gonna go say hi
And
to
what's
him?
up, Bubba Bates?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
What's up, Apache? How's it
Apache.
going?
Joshua made it.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Um, I reached out to Klein Tools again today and thanked him for all the stuff. And I was looking at the little tag on this hammer, and I can already
Mm,
see this is not going to fit a ground rod. Have you ever
perfect.
like tried to pull something up under tension? Like I would just use just a piece of Romex. So
I
you
mean,
can angle this like this, and then you can use this leverage to lift up. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? Yeah,
yes.
you can forget about that with this. It's going to bend 3/8 rebar,
Oh, and
um, which 3/8 is still enough for most jobs. But
is that a Chinese branded 3 pound? Is that even 3 pounds?
it's 3 pounds.
Okay, okay. Ah,
And
see,
I
I
would
didn't see that.
imagine it's from China. We're gonna beat the snot out of this thing to see.
I mean, it's a sledge. You're supposed to beat it.
Yeah, we're gonna whack on it here pretty soon. I gotta go get another ground rod,
Mm,
but I'm
that fits in
excited for
perfect.
it. Whenever I saw it at the store for $20, it's the right price. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
So it's got a lot of flex to it, to where it seems like it might
Mm,
reduce vibration pretty good. It doesn't have a whole lot of flex, but it definitely isn't completely solid. Pretty pretty excited to try it. I kind of wish that it had at least half inch for like maybe a Ufer bend or something.
sure.
But I don't know. The milled face definitely has more.
What does an electrician need with a 3 pound sledge? Is
So
that just for
this
ground rod?
not just for ground rod. So this is something that I've always had with me. When you're doing underground and you've dug
Hmm.
a ditch or whatever you're doing, you have to drive half-inch EMT stakes. Then you put red tape so nobody falls in it, right? So you need this for staking. You need this for driving ground rods, things like that. This is like an essential part of your kit when you're doing underground. Is a 3 pound sledgehammer.
All right. I'll go try to pick one up. Maybe. I don't know. I've got a hyper tough. I don't like the hyper tough
I've
because the face isn't flat. It's actually got an angle to it. But
Yeah, I've got the
for
so
hitting
this is
wood, it's fine.
right. I've got the Crescent one because I was looking for a decent hammer. I wanted to get an S-wing. I've got something against buying the same tool over and over. It's got to be really good.
Okay.
And I would say S-wing's a fair thing to buy again.
Yeah.
I Where do you find them?
Lowe's.
Are they at Lowe's?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't look hard enough. I
It's right
settled
with the
with a
hammers.
Crescent.
It's right with the
Crescents at
hammers at Lowe's. Yeah.
they used to be at Home Depot though.
Yes, but they moved over to Lowe's. See,
Okay,
the
well
guy
that
that's running
sucks.
Lowe's, he wanted to run Home Depot, but they looked at him and goes like, "Yeah, you're not really competent." So he went over to Lowe's, and his whole agenda has simply been to try to get different vendors to leave Home Depot and go strictly to Lowe's. And so
Oh,
far as Ego, Klein, although Klein's not exclusive to Lowe's, and Estwing, those are his big three. And then Home Depot is countered with, well, we'll just throw more Milwaukee out there. Now, since he's gone in, Lowe's sales have kind of been stagnant to down, and Home Depot sales have been going up. So,
yeah. Well, we're going to let's see here. Trying to
the
catch up with the
Malco
chat.
hammer, I do like the Malco hammers.
The Malco, yeah, I had a really nice Malco with the lacquer handle,
Mm-hmm.
wooden lacquer, milled face, angled sides. That way, if you hammered on something, it didn't leave a complete, you know which one.
Yeah, yeah.
Pinning hammer. Uh, hard to beat Malco stuff, man. Really is, especially for HVAC. Yeah, Matt says you can easily drill this out. I agree. I've already got the drill bit ready. It's
See,
right
I
here.
used to. Sorry, I used to think about stuff like that, and now I don't. I just don't. I'm like, all right.
The thing with knocking the paint off is it's probably gonna rust. So I don't
Well,
know.
just use WD-40 on it. You'll be fine. Thor's
Yeah.
hammer. By the way, somebody is selling a 3D printed Milwaukee hammer that looks like Mjolnir from the Thor comic books.
Ha 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 ha.
It's
Really?
kind of weird. Yes.
That's pretty cool. What does it say
Yes,
about ground
Tyrone, he
rods, man?
still works.
Do they have to be 5/8?
I don't know.
I don't know either. For some reason I think they got to be 5/8, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
I mean, I
I
have an
usually
8-foot
see.
ground rod sitting in my garage right now.
Oh, did you get one?
Yeah, that I'm going to cut in
Rod and pipe
half.
electrodes shall be not less than 8 foot in length. Grounding electrodes, a pipe and conduit. That's not a ground rod. Hang on. Rod.
Hey,
Electrode shall be
Jamie.
installed at least 8 feet in length in contact with the soil. It shall be driven to a depth not least at 8 feet, except for that where the rock is encountered. You can go 45 degrees, 30 inches deep. Yeah, I don't think it says anything about 5/8. That's going to be a spec. And then if more than one of the electrodes of the type specified is used, they got to be 6 feet apart. And that's where you get the 6 feet apart. But yeah, 5/8 is not a code. That's good. So why are we driving 5/8 rods, dude? I hope I'm inspecting for half
So the
inch.
acorns fit.
Does it say at least half inch? Why aren't we driving 3/8 rods? Yeah, so the acorns fit exactly. That way when you mushroom out the head,
See,
you don't have
I
to
got the
worry about.
answer.
That's correct. I'd like to find that spec in there if it's in here.
Not yours, Charlton.
What's the minimum diameter ground rod we can drive?
Half inch?
I don't even see that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Usually be like a trade size designator. There's got to be something here. Rod and pipe plate electrodes shall meet the requirements of 53A. And I don't have any specified size in here.
Half inch, 8-foot copper
Oh, I
ground
found it.
rod.
I
You
found
can
it.
get a
I
half
found it.
inch.
I found it. I found it. I found it. Rod type grounding electrodes of stainless steel and copper or zinc coated steel shall be at least 5/8 in diameter unless listed. So rod and pipe electrodes. So um yeah, rod and pipe electrodes 5/8. It does say 5/8.
Hard to drive a pencil. Look,
Yeah.
there is nothing about the electrical trade that doesn't sound dirty when you say it out loud.
Grounding electrodes of pipe or conduit shall not be smaller than metric 21 or trade size 3/4. And then it says rod type grounding electrodes of stainless steel and copper or zinc coated steel shall be at least 5/8. So it's in there at 5. So it's what the hell is this code? 250.52
What's up,
5.
George?
A5. 250.52 A5 if you're wondering. A52. A52 technically right there. 5/8. So I guess we'll be drilling this thing to 5/8 because every once in a while, dude, you'll be driving a rod and it'll get a little bit stuck. And you'll come to the fact that you're not going to be able to drive it all the way. It's just too stuck, right?
Just use some more lube.
Yeah, but sometimes it just doesn't work the way. Sometimes you just got to restart. So you get your Knipex Cobras out and you start turning on the thing to break it
Yeah,
free, right? You pull it back out and you try at a 45-degree angle. Or you're, it's getting
that
worse.
poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. So
Not a 45-degree angle.
yeah. So I don't know, man. For me, I was kind of looking forward to this holding my ground rod still, because every once in a while, you and your buddy will be driving a ground rod, and you'll be holding one part still while he's banging on it, just like old times.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're holding it out here like this, right? And you're keeping the rod still while your buddy's pounding on it on the top.
Oh, you gotta
And
use the two hands to keep it still. Is that it?
I think it's a missed opportunity for this thing not to be 5/8 of a hole.
Mm.
So I guess we're going to have to make that. Don't cross the streams. Absolutely.
God bless you. Can I watch you do this? Right? Or
What
is
about
this
11/16?
something that you only charge for or something?
It's the way it is because we've been doing it for a million years. Hard to drive a pencil. What's up, Owen? Soft metal bends at 3/8 is floppy. That's true. That's why you don't drive 3/8. I love when you pull up 2-foot rods in people's faces. They busted. Yeah. Some of my. Do you still work? Mr. Tactics, do you still work? Define work. So I do side jobs every once in a while whenever I don't feel like I'm dying. And I do electrical inspections. So physically in the field turning tools for my bread and butter, no. But I do electrical inspections. So I do work, but I don't work as an electrician, manual labor style, out there every day. I don't even know if I could anymore, dude. My health has taken such a turn in the last 3 years that if I didn't have the job I'd have now, I don't know if I'd be alive. The other day I
It
was walking. What's up?
it hasn't even begun yet.
I know. Um, the other day I was walking some townhomes. They were 3 stories, and I was supposed to do 5 in a row. And I did 5 in a row because I've got that, keep going attitude. But damn, dude, it wasn't even hot outside, and I was like sweating, and my heart was like pounding, and that was whenever I started having those palpitations, and I had to go get that sonogram.
Mm.
Like I said before, if the copper wire is thick enough, it's a hammer. Yeah, that's true.
Hey, you're just old. That's it. You're just an old man. You're busted, broken down old man.
Don't choke up. Don't cross the
Yeah,
streams. Yeah.
boy.
So, what's up, you boy? So, there's another code
Hey,
that I want to
Denny.
look up. Not to bore you to death, but
Oh
there's another
no.
code that I want to look up. And I saw this guy, he mounted Romex to the bottom of a rafter. And we got to look at where that code is. So, it's either in Article 300 for wiring methods, or it's going to be in Romex. But I think it's in wiring methods, securing and supporting. Let's see if we can find it here. Let's look at Cables not used as a means of support. There's a rule where you got to be number 6 or something or larger on the bottom. And then also he ran number 6 Romex for a vehicle charger
Nothing wrong with that.
and put it on a 50 amp breaker.
Perfect.
And you got to take 125% of the continuous load of that 50 amps, which is not number 6 Romex.
Right. Yeah.
And these guys are putting on the internet. So the way I see it, man, I guess the lawyers and the insurance companies are going to love this guy's channel. It's just evidence. This is the equivalent of idiots that are running from the cops filming, their escapades while they're running or while they're breaking into stores and looting. Is electrical contractors filming their stupid installs on the internet?
Hey, if that's what it takes.
Yeah, Tesla 60 amp max all day because you got 125%. So by the time you take 50 times 1.25, you wind up with 64 point something amps, right?
Yeah.
Which is going to put you at 310.
He reported 5 home runs and 2 by him. That's funny, George.
It's 70 amps for number 4 and 55 amps for number 6. So
Landers Electric
not
is
Landers
only
Electric.
doing 40 to 50 amp breakers. I'm reading the comments, sir.
No, for Landers Electric. Well, at least he's doing that where he's not putting too big of a breaker. I've ran into a couple of houses early on where the house was already wired. They had number 6 going to the vehicle charger. And I think I've had him put it on a 40. Can you run Romex above a suspended ceiling for commercial office spaces? No. No, you can't. You cannot run Romex above a suspended ceiling at all. You can run Romex in the walls, in metal walls and metal studs. You just can't, you got to use the grommets and the bushings and all that stuff. But yeah, Romex above the suspended ceiling is a no-no. So if we look at Romex here.
Dang, Owen, that sounds like a 5-ton. That Bosch sounds like a big boy there.
AC. Hang on a second. This poor book is missing so many pages, dude. Here's AC. But I put them back in, Here's NM cable here. It's literally taped back in here with Scotch tape.
Is it that how often you reference that one?
Yeah.
Or is it where
Especially
the pages stuck together?
Both. Here it is here. Where a cable is run at angles with joists and unfinished basements and crawl space shall be permissible to secure cable not smaller than 2 number 6s or 3 number 8 conductors directly to the lower edge of the joist. So you can attach number 6 to the bottom of the joist. That's good. Yeah. So use is not permitted. Let's look here. Use is not permitted. We've got, let me see if I can find it here for you. Exposed within a dropped or suspended ceiling cavity in other than 1 and 2 family multi-family dwellings. So there you go. Commercial, no. Multi-family, yeah. And you can use that to your advantage when you're in apartment complexes. If a portion of that area is like a studio and it's like a hip, and they've got like a weird layout where it's like a studio apartment or something with half commercial, half, but it's still a dwelling. So you can do that.
It's good
I've
to
seen a
know.
few people putting 1450s, not Hubble. It was a stove plug. Yeah, that's a bad deal, man. My question is, why are they willing to cut corners when it doesn't save them time or money? The answer is because they don't
Easy.
know. They just don't know. These guys, I thought it was a skit, but then I saw the dude's dad running an impact in a panel today, and then I was like, oh, well, there you go. They don't
Well,
know.
90% of trade professionals out there today are incompetent. I've said it before. I'll continue to say it until somebody proves me wrong. But I see the work that's being done out in the field today, and I'm like, these people
Of course,
they really
Carlton.
just don't know what they're doing.
Of course, yeah, no idea. I was doing some houses. I actually didn't do any electrical inspections for this one whole row of houses today because they missed the UFER on these other houses. And I gave them, a good faith kind of, I'm going to keep your job moving. And they kept calling in more and more roughs. And finally, I was like, yo, that was 2 weeks ago, man. What'd you do with the UFERs? And he was like, oh, well, we're working on it. And I was like, no, you're working on it today. Like, I'm not doing any more inspections for you until you figure this out. So meanwhile, I get a call on Friday and they say, hey, you might want to run out to this address because these guys are running ground wires through demising walls, through fire rated assemblies to get from one unit to the other unit.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Great. That's what we're,
Steven,
I mean, that's the level of competency that we got, man. So I called the foreman guy and I was like, hey man, did you know this was going on? He's like, yeah, man, my guys are idiots. Like he already knew what conversation we're about to have before we even
so,
had it. What's up, Stephen Ott?
so why wouldn't he, if he knew that, why wouldn't he have them fix it?
He was in the process of having him fix it, but that was 2 weeks ago. So now today I'm asking him because he's scheduled more inspections. And I was like, dude, I'm not looking at anything else until you dig up your concrete encased electrode, which is generous, right? Most inspectors won't even let you dig up your concrete encased electrode, but I know that it's a solid ground connection and it makes more sense to get to the source and actually put a proper clamp on it than it does to try to create your own with a ground rod assembly. It's just not as superior. So just dig up the rebar, clamp it on there, and run your grounds where they got to run. But don't run it through the freaking glass. It's a dense glass wall. It's like 1 inch of fiberglass slash sheetrock mix,
It's a
right?
Balfease.
And it's an assembly that's a fire rated assembly in between these two townhomes. Long time no Makita. Oh, what's up, athletes?
You want to hear something that's disturbing?
What's that?
I don't check my copyright stuff very often. So
Yeah.
when I do, normally I'm very nonchalant about it. But had a pest control company use one of my pest control videos as an advertisement for them, and the only thing they did was put their phone number on the screen with of my video.
With your face on it.
And I was like, oh, this is a copyright strike because you're making money off of me. Copyright strike.
That's terrible. You should yeah. There you go. Installed a new gas line to the generator last week. Went back
Mm.
today because homeowners said they smell gas. Go test everything and found a small leak on the actual main line coming into the meter at ground level. Called gas company and they dug up the line again, installed new line, went back again, and it's still leaking. Perfect.
That's what you like to hear.
My last gas line encounter, man, I was staking down some 4x4s because I was gonna pour a whole bunch of sand, and I'd actually dug the ground out by hand, almost 14 inches down.
Mm.
Had two 4x4s stacked. I took a speed bore, drilled like a half-inch hole or 5/8, and then I bought Maybe it was a 1 inch hole, about 7/8 EMT, and I was staking it down just to hold the 4x4s in place, right? And long story short, man, I hit this freaking gas line in the middle of my yard, and so as soon as I'm whacking on it, because like I said, dude, the hammers and I we go back. So I mean, anytime that I can use a hammer, so I'm using a hammer like this, and I'm whacking in the stakes. And you get that galvanic action when you hit metal on metal. You know, you cut metal with a bandsaw, you can smell the galvanized. You know, and sometimes you can't tell if it's gas or if it's galvanic action. So I'm whacking on this EMT, and I'm like, it smells like gas. And I was like, no, it's just the EMT, right? So by the time my wife walks out, she's like, why does the backyard smell like gas? I was like, ah, shit. Called the company. And of course, they send somebody out within 45 seconds. Someone was at the house
Mm.
and shut the gas off and put a lock on it. And as soon as he put the lock on it, I knew I messed up. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just went out there with a wrench, turned it off myself, and just had somebody come fix it, and do a proper test. But yeah, once the gas company comes, now you got to get a permit and you got to get all this stuff. Don't ever call the gas company unless something's on fire.
Okay, I'll
Just
try to.
just go
Well,
just go to your maid and turn it off yourself, man. You don't need them to put a
actually,
lock on it.
actually, we both know that my gas company denied for 2 years that I had a gas leak in my backyard from one of their valves, and it wasn't until I got the top test
Oh yeah, you
gas
got to get the
tester,
top tests exactly.
gas tester, went out there, and while I was on the phone with the lady, because I had made like 5 complaints, I was like, look, there's a gas leak, I can't locate it, whatever. um uh, and every time I called in, they were like, oh, well, we just gave you gas today, which is a coincidence that every time it was just that day. uh Even though it wasn't true, because like most
Mm-hmm.
of the times I'm out there mowing my lawn and I can smell it. So got the top test, called them, and I was like, do you know what that sound is in the background? And they're like, no. I'm like, that's the gas leak detector going off at your propane tank.
Perfect.
So I know that there's a leak out here, and I found it because of that. Because they're like zeros right in. You're probably within, oh, say a foot or so of where the actual leak is coming from, based on just the sound from that meter. So I
Right.
zeroed right in on it. I was able to squirt it with soap and water. And
See the
then when the
bubbles.
guy comes out there, he's like, "Oh, I thought it was just because
I was feeling it.
we had given you gas." Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, that's why for the last 2 years I've been calling you guys to tell you I got a gas leak, and you guys keep giving me that same
Well, they were
bull
you
mess."
were their best customer, man.
Yeah, I went from doing 3 tanks of propane a year to one.
Dang, cost me 4 hours setting the issue. The
Mm,
subs pay was almost garnished.
should have.
Dang. Butyric acid is what they put in the gas, so you can smell it. Apparently,
Mm.
it's interesting.
Well, the problem with my propane leak was I've got about 75 feet outside, and it can be anywhere in that 75 feet. Because half of it, or at least a good portion of it, is not even buried in my yard.
That's crazy.
That's got it. You got to be super careful when you mow.
That's crazy. I just made the Klein video with this guy here with the new one.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, this thing's pretty cool. This thing
They
is
reached
pretty
out to me
cool.
a while ago, and I didn't take them up on it, but I really like their stuff. Them and Kai Wheats. I still love the Kai Wheats heat. tool because we're
Oh,
on
the
the little.
infrared thermometer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that thing's amazing. Best
I've
screen out there.
I've never given them my PayPal. They keep emailing me that they need to pay me for my whatever affiliate, and I just have yet to reach out. I probably got a couple of $100 just waiting for me.
Well, I mean,
Um,
just give mine.
yeah, the Kaiwi stuff was cool, man. That little multimeter that did all the things
Hmm.
automatically. That was pretty cool. But now, oh, it's over there. That Milwaukee one that does everything too.
Thanks,
Uh,
Charlton.
actually has a listing on it and is easier to recommend for about the same price. The Kaiweets is a
Okay.
really good value. Tactics, is that a gas leak detector? Yeah. Yeah, the top test gas leak detector, the sound meter, they all look the same from top tests. They all have the same little sniffy probe there. And actually really, really good tools for what they are. The top test stuff is decent quality.
I mean, I do have their anemometer. I paid for.
My last anemometer wasn't from Top Test, but I put it on my vacuum to check the CFM, and we spun the fan blades off it, and then the vacuum stuck the fan blades in the motherfucker while I was
It's
testing it.
perfect.
I was like, "Oh, perfect."
You did that on a live stream, didn't you?
Yeah, we did it on a live stream, man. A lot of our my best content's on the live stream.
See, that's the difference. I don't do
Well,
that. I
you know
don't
what
do
the real
much on
difference
live
is that
anymore.
I stopped putting my best content on live streams because everyone's already seen it. And ever since I stopped doing that, I get, enough views to where it pushes out my videos for everyone else to see, start making some money on it, and I can afford to make more videos.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
It
You mean
unfortunately it
like this one
does.
from Top Test?
Yep.
A little baggy. Reading the comments from Matt. Don't worry about it. You'll catch up one day.
The Kiowa's come with the Crown Royal bags. Yeah. I can barely see the chat from here.
Mm. Well, the good news is you look so small in the screen
Yeah.
in your towalid on the back there. It looks really nice.
Oh yeah, the tool wall is pretty cool. We
No, not tool wall. The tool towalid.
oh, the DeWalt. Yeah. Yeah. It's backwards.
Yes, backwards.
But yeah, I'm gonna go edit that video. And I got two cameras going. I got one in the front and I got one in the side. And I think I'm gonna combine the audio, see which one was better. That where is it? I don't have it in here. The who makes their cameras?
I don't know.
Went blank on the that brand. It's not GoPro. If GoPro hit me up right now, I'd tell them to freaking take a hike, dude. Even if they wanted to give me. In fact, they have
Mm.
hit me up, and I just ignore the emails. They're probably fake anyway, but I still ignore the emails, dude. The last time that I bought a GoPro, I was like, I'm gonna give them one more chance. And within 20 minutes of having it, dude, it was back at Best Buy. I was like, to hell with this thing.
I understand completely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The
I wonder.
AMN 600 is the model.
Dang, I should have bought this. I should have bought my ground rod at Menards.
Probably cheaper,
$14,
right?
42 cents.
Oh, wow. Here's what happens
Although
when you don't use Safeline when drilling in safety barrier. The
you might
custodian
want to
that
read
was,
that all of the way
I am.
because it's YouTube.
Oh,
Hey, Sharu sent. What's up, Patrick?
oh, I see. He passed. Yeah.
Denny, some feet pick. See,
Turning out the lights to the basement. Okay,
my
there's a
gray
video
hair's
there.
coming in all nice though. I didn't have any until I talked to you, and now look at it all.
Well, yeah, sorry. What's up, Patrick? Just text Sarush. Hasn't received them yet.
It's the feet pics. It's the feet
Yeah,
pics. What's up, backwoods?
of course it is. Yeah, so on Sunday, we installed an AC without you. And
Mm.
you didn't miss anything, dude. I got my ass completely kicked the whole time. My window had no like lip. Like most windows have like, you got like a lip here, and then when you close your window, like it seals nicely.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine has like that tall of a lip to seal to.
You see that thing over there?
That mini split, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you need.
I actually like that little
So
window
easy.
AC, man.
So easy. Guess how hard
But
it was for me to do that?
probably pretty easy.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I
Yeah,
didn't get
but
my butt kicked at all.
how many amps is it?
12,000 BTU.
But how many amps is the circuit?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it's a 20 amp circuit.
Oh, okay. First
However,
year.
had I, in hindsight, I would have gone with their 24,000 unit had I thought things through.
What's up, Crazy Tacos? Yeah. First year going on second year, electrician apprentice. Any advice on what tools to look into getting? Are you doing commercial or are you residential or are you industrial? Because that makes a big difference. Get this thing. Let me
It's out of a
switch.
purse. He's opening his purse, guys. Commercial, he said. What's up, Crazy Tacos?
Oh, nice. Here.
See, that's nice, Apache. That's the size I should have gotten, but I was being cheap because I didn't want to spend the extra on the wire.
This right here is the best thing that you can buy, man. It's 1/2 inch for your strut straps that are over 1.25 inches. It's 3/8 for your strut straps that are less than 1.25 inches.
Oh, I'm
And
glad
then
I
you got
missed it,
7
Charlton.
16ths for your minis. And it's all on one wrench. And it's very tiny. Fits in any pocket, any pouch. And they protrude out just like a socket. So this is all you need for all your strapping, dude. This is all you need. This and your channel locks. So pretty much you're gonna beat strut straps left and right as you loosen them a little bit, adjust them, and then wrench on them to tighten them. Because using a screwdriver on strut straps this is all you need. It's one of the most efficient tools that I've ever self-discovered, and then I've shown more people. But you're talking what 2008 is when I got in the field, or at least for commercial. So this was like groundbreaking back then. And then this is good too. This is a
Yes,
Klein
Jeremy.
9/16. It's got the magnet built in. And yeah, that's a game changer too.
Anybody else think he's going to recommend some Klein?
I just recommended some Klein. That one was a Klein.
We know.
That one was a Klein.
We know, sponsored boy.
And then you got to get the Knipex.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Sure, bless you. Bless you.
Oof, that was terrible.
It was.
Master Force, by the way, at Menards has a very similar looking ratchet than as the Klein, and so does Hyper Tough.
Yeah,
No,
Klein
I'm not
messed
saying
up.
they're as good.
Klein messed up their wrench. This is not a Klein. This is actually a Husky, and you don't want Kleins because Kleins. This is here.
It's my worst fear, backwoods.
They come in a kit like this, right?
Yes.
So this little wrench has all the size you need as an electrician. Klein put their 1/2 inch on their bigger wrench.
Hmm.
So now this one wrench doesn't cover all your needs from Klein. The Klein one looks great. It feels really good. The switches, everything about the Klein I really like, but I really wanted their 1/2 inch to be on the smaller one as well.
That's what she said.
Yeah. The U-shaped ones are so quiet. Oh yeah, yes, exactly. 7 amps. So mine will pull about 5.2 to 6. And
He's
we
gonna
could
use a female
actually
beaver.
we could actually look at that right now. We could do a actual amp test on that room with the AC. Actually, I kind of want to do that right now. Let's do that right now. You're coming
Oh,
with me.
does that mean I should start putting together my mower?
You're coming with me.
Oh, okay.
We'll use. We'll just use this fluke.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna get our fluke here.
See, he had to mess it up. Like the audio is real good, sound quality was real good,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Let me screw that up."
Okay. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn on our. We're gonna turn our AC. Now, this is
Only me.
why. This is why. Oh yeah, I also trimmed out the front of this so you didn't see the. Put a little piece of wood there. See, there's no lip there. That's our made flange that we made that out of like L bracket for flashing, and then glued it to the thing. So, okay, let's do this. Let's go flash cool. Put on 60. We're on high. We're on cool. This is about as cold as we can get.
He
Okay,
did get
we
it done
also
backwoods.
let's turn on this light. Oh, right here.
What's up,
Let's turn on.
PCG?
Let's turn on this light. The fan is on. Let's turn on the computer.
Did you guys see?
You like my rainbows?
I'm not surprised. My
Uh,
big robot vacuum mower there. Look at the
what
size
we're
of that.
gonna
It's a
do,
tank.
we're just gonna open up a game and
Okay.
launch a game. That way we can maximize the computer pulling a load.
Turn on 2 hair dryers and a space heater.
And what else can we turn on in this room? I think this is about it.
I understand, Alfies.
Okay, that's loading. Let's also
Oof.
turn on the
I'd
air
probably get the
purifier.
Craftsman over the gear wrench, to be honest with
This
you.
is such a bad idea. Okay, we're maxed out. Let's go to the panel and see how many amps we're pulling. Stop barking at me. Okay, this
What's
one's
up,
labeled
Juan?
master bedroom right here. This circuit.
Sure.
Uh,
You got to turn it on.
Got to turn it off first.
Buy it flowers.
1.8 amps. That's not right. Oh, maybe it's this one. Not that one. Maybe it's this one.
Just keep going until you find one.
Could be this one. 1.8 amps. It says master bedroom on it.
Yeah, well, who did it?
Oh, let's try this one. Oh, there you go. 9 amps. So we're only pulling 9 amps. That's actually really good. Let's go turn off the AC and see how many amps we're pulling.
Okay. Let's do it. Aw. What is that little black and gray rat?
That's a multi-pin.
Oh, what's that? What's that one's name?
Oh, the compressor's definitely on right now. It's
That's
pretty
a
quiet.
weird name.
Coco.
That's Coco. I was gonna
Okay.
say the compressor's definitely on. Is a weird name for a dog. Looks like a rat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go. So that thing pulls
7 or
about
six and a
six
half
and a half.
amps.
6.5, not too bad.
Yeah.
That's decent though. That's
Let me
nothing.
go get my clamp meter and then throw it on the mini split and see what it pull. Oh wait, I don't care.
So so basically though, right, what the code book says is 50% cord and plug.
Oh,
So
okay.
the rule of thumb is if you have a not a mini split, if you have an air conditioner in your house and it's a window AC, you should run a separate circuit because we got a 50% cord and plug rule requirement. So if we look in here and we go to 210, go to branch circuits. Hang on a second. There's receptacle outlets. 20 amp receptacle outlets. Hang on.
I'm not gonna tell you
Cord
guys
and
who
plug
told me
equipment
this,
shall not exceed. Oh, sorry. Thank you, sir.
but there's a new Cobalt cell phone out there.
There you go. Cord and plug equipment not fastened in place shall not exceed 80%,
Window
right?
shaker.
And then you've got fastened in place here at 50%.
What's up,
And
Mrs.
if you're
Tools
over
and Tactics?
50%, what's up?
Mrs.
Oh,
Tools and Tactics
hey, baby.
said hi. Look, I'm
Is
your
there any way you
friend.
can flash me on here to where I can see?
I'm your friend, and I like you, but I don't like you. If that makes sense.
I was asking my wife.
But oh, Jeremy, that's true. Truest statement ever.
Yeah, so yeah, 50
Cobalt
percent
cell phone, yes.
50% fastened in place right here, right?
Yes.
So this AC is now fastened in place. It doesn't pull 50% of the circuit. Therefore, I technically don't need a separate circuit for it, actually. And that's going to make it really easy to
What's up,
run
Ren?
off grid on a generator or a battery backup system. She's
Oh,
walking
they're
home.
coming home,
Do you want me to
dude.
come pick you up? Okay, we got time for one more thing. This is what we're going to do. We stop looking at me. We're going to check out the
Thank
amperage
God.
of one of these wires here. And to
If
do
you
that,
want
we're going to
to,
go.
she said you could come pick her up if you want to.
Oh, okay. Well, you're going to have to wait. But yes, I do. Let's go cool. Let's turn this down all the way. Yeah, so this is going to be on cold. This is a 12,000 BTU. And this is 240. So this should be half of the amperage, basically. If this was 120, it would be a little bit more. So this is going to be about as efficient as you can get for a window AC unit in your house. It's going to be one of the smaller circuits. So let's see how much amperage it pulls versus that mini split.
Backwoods, you know. Danny, don't start.
Pulling 4 amps there. And we're pulling 4 amps on this one.
Cool.
So 5 amps. But I don't think the AC is on. So let's wait until the compressor turns on. Let me see. I think that's just the fan. We might need to wait for the all the pressure switches to hit and all that.
Digging.
Got some stuff all over. Hang on.
No, don't worry. We've seen your garage, which is
Ooh.
actually in better shape than mine right now. Sad to
Yeah,
say.
my garage is a mess right now.
Yeah.
Okay, we should be on cool. No, I'll be damned. Okay, it's only 5 amps. Yeah, that's pretty good. So
Yeah.
if that was 120, it'd be closer to 8 or 9, which would
Okay.
be 50% of the circuit.
There you go.
So 20 amp breaker, 15 amp breaker. That's where you would run into the issue of pulling too much power than what your circuit can handle, overloading.
Go pick up your wife.
I'm going to pick her up.
You offered. Go do it. Sorry. I just thought I'd point this out for you for marital bliss reasons.
Oh yeah. Rip on my keys.
Thanks, Juan.
All right. That's all I got. You're almost to our street.
Jesus.
Should be fine.
Angela, just so you know, I've been trying to push him.
It's not true. It's not true at all.
What are you going to do? Walk the last 10 feet with her?
Yeah.
Jesus. If this is why we're putting Angela up for sainthood.
I thought you were gonna say
This
for sale.
right here. No. If we put anything up for sale, it would be you. Real cheap too. Unique fixer upper opportunity. They have bikes. Oh look, his screen froze. Screen froze. Dang. Here comes the EcoBoost noise. She used to be in the infantry, I guessed. Well, oh, there he is. Hey, your wife's got a bike with her.
Hang on, I can't hear you.
Yeah, you got to turn your
Why you on boogie?
radio.
Hey, you
have
rode
to
your bike.
turn your radio. This man's a moron.
You rode your bike.
I didn't ride the bike. The girls rode bikes.
How am I supposed to pick you up?
In the truck?
That's important to say on the chat.
I you assumed that we were walking, so we have things to walk with. We can just walk.
Throw the bike in the back.
2 bikes are going to fit back there?
No, I'll see you at home.
God bless her.
I gave her a chance. I told her to throw them in the back, and she said no. She heard her. I tried.
Well, all I'm saying is he's got to be packing more than we know. It's not the personality.
We tried.
Not very hard. Oh, don't worry.
She
Your
said
wife.
we're walking. That's not walking.
Your wife was there to defend you and said you're not packing more than we thought.
Oh, good. See, it is my personality, guys.
It's the money. Dang.
I lost audio again.
Don't worry, it'll come back.
Where's my audio?
I don't know. Did you turn off your car?
Hang on, I can't even hear you right now.
Oh, perfect. Look. What funny she said. Yeah, that's true too.
Oh,
She's the man of the house.
I can't even hear you anymore.
She's the man of the house. Don't worry about it.
You're stuck on like
Mhm.
regular call. I have to hold you up to
Oh,
my ear.
yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't switch with YouTube.
Oh, that sucks to be you.
It does. It does.
Yeah, Angela should tell him go make her dinner.
Make her a sandwich.
Thank you for the 99 cents there, vegan.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. We are fixing to get off of here though. That was generous.
Yeah, I got to build a mower tonight.
Yeah, you better get busy.
I'm really not looking forward to it.
As soon as my kids get here, it's gonna be loud and unbearable. So I might do you guys a favor and get out of here.
That's up to you, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you've been keeping me for 2.5 hours every time, so I am not going to go live to do
She got
this.
hit
No.
by a sprinkler. At least she'll smell better.
God dang it! Oh,
All right.
the day we find out that she secretly beat your backside and it only takes you out of the closet to hit you with a rubber hose, I'm going to side with her.
She said what?
I'm going to side with her. I'm going to say you deserve it. Don't call me in for a character witness at your divorce because I'm on her side.
Hey, chat. Apparently, I stuttered.
I mean, I think you said your wife stinks.
Hey, go get a shower. That wasn't my wife. That was my daughter. Let's clear that up. You remember becoming single? That's awesome. All right, guys, we got to get. I got to make some sandwiches. She's gonna beat me.
She's getting the hose ready.
Yeah, she does. It's right here though, so we're safe for now.
We're all on her
We're all on
side.
her side. He would be telling me the same thing.
You think so? I think he likes breathing.
Yeah. We'll see you guys later. Take it easy.
Bye, guys.